Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Fun here, and today we're going to be taking a look at my very own rendition of a revamp of Ekimu, the mask maker. And as you can clearly tell, I have slimmed him down significantly, as well as combining the two functions that he has. Yes, that's right. He has both the waist swiveling function and the arm swing function, and we will discuss that later and how that works, especially since this figure is very slim. Just go ahead and look over here. You'll see a comparison between the old version. I know it's not as stellar with a nice backdrop or anything like that, but you can see the comparisons between the two, and you can tell that body has definitely changed. It looks like as if he went on the show called The Biggest Loser and lost a lot of weight. Anyways, without further ado, let's go straight into the review, shall we?
Alright. So, as you can clearly tell, he is very much different than the previous version I'd done. And before I get into the articulation, I do want to add that he does have a function. And furthermore, it's kind of hard to believe that he has a function because mainly, look how thin he is. He is so thin. I slimmed him down significantly. He's not as chunky anymore. He is a slim boy, a slim, yet beefy boy still. You know, he still has his chunk, but he's a lot more slimmed down. He doesn't have a big, girthy belly. Anyways, let's go to articulation. So the leg joints are as you expect. Got ball joint, and ball joint. He does have a waist rotation, however, we'll get into that later because that kind of goes into the function. So I don't want to reveal that. Arms and mask can pop off because this lever over here sometimes gets annoying from time to time. But anyways, you can rotate. This can move up and down, and it's on its own rotation. And on top of that, you got full arm rotation as well. And of course, you can move the shoulder pad accordingly if you need to, and stick it out slightly so that you can have forward movement. Got a little design pattern on the chest here. The head, full rotation on the head. Kind of bumps a little bit with the shoulder, but you can put the shoulder armor out of the way so that you can have better accessibility. And on top of that, you can slide off the shield. It simply connects via a pin over in the back, and of course the back is also nicely clean. Got some silver here for the frame, and got a little bit of gold over here for the base to keep it look. And I put dark blue in there in his build, just only a little bit though. And of course, he still has the same gimmick as before. However, I changed the hammer slightly, giving it the gray instead of the brown tannish color piece there. And of course, if you want him to hold his shield, which does spin by the way, you just have to flick it. You just simply attach it into his hand via a blue pin, just like so. If I can get it in his hand, there we go. So if this does not look right to you, if you go like, I don't imagine him holding it like that, then you can rotate the pin the other way and do that, so it covers his arm more, so it looks more believable. So you can have that going on, whichever you prefer, you know. And now for the function, which is very interesting, if I do add. So to get into that, you rotate his waist. Yes, you saw that, but we'll get into that momentarily. So, and we lift the arm up, and then we simply rotate the arm, and we're gonna move this slightly. There we go. So he has a hammering function. Let me see if I can do it without. Now, the issue with this is there was no way for me to actually make the leg connections more durable, since it's a very small frame, and I had to allow for just the bolt joint to connect into an axle here instead of, something a little bit more robust. The gear mechanism itself is very robust. It's just the first thing that's going to be popping off if you do check this is the legs. There's no real way in working that, even though at that time he didn't fall apart. I wonder why. Sometimes when you want them to fall apart, they do not. But yeah, so if you want, you can. Now another thing you can do is pose him when he's already in the full swing, so that you can have him. There we go. So you got that going on. So that's the waist rotation right there. And due to how slim his body is, sometimes the gears jump or loosen. Just because how tight and compact everything is. Everything is so compact in this build, it's crazy. But yeah, that is Ekimu for you. And of course, as you would expect, you can fire his little pew-pews all over the room and then lose them because a goblin comes out from under your bed and just snatches all your Lego pieces and pulls it under there, and you can never get them back again because you lost them forever. It's true. That's what happens to all Lego pieces that you lose. Don't believe me? Just look it up. It's true. There is a goblin that pops out of nowhere, it eats your Legos, and you never find it again. It's true. Anyways, for size comparisons, here he is with Master Kopaka. So you get an idea there. So he is in scale with your Toa. Kind of. He is very small lad. So you got Kopaka there. Here he is with Pohatu. Pohatu is one of the smallest characters for the masters, at least. So it's gonna leave a lot of stretch to the imagination. He might be too big, but yet again, he's basically a mask maker. He's supposed to have some presence. And last but not least, here he is with a Toa Mata. So you get an idea there. Now, something that I do want to point out, though, is the actual size. His torso is actually smaller than your standard CCBS torso piece. So it's like a stud shorter. Thought I should point that out. So he is tinier than your standard torso. So it's a little smaller. However, it's not that noticeable, but it's there. I thought I should point that out. Anyways, that's about it for this review. So without further ado, take it away, myself. Welcome to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and of course, if you want to see more content just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Actually, no, don't hit it, just gently tap it. And also, if you want to follow me in any sorts of social media, you can follow me in any of the links in the description down below. I have Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Patreon, Printerest, and also the TTV message boards. And hey, check me out on Discord. The link to that is also in the description down below. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed, and like always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!